In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use journal entries in QuickBooks. Journal entries are a precise way to record financial activity that doesn't fit standard forms like invoices, bills, or expense receipts. They're powerful, and because they directly impact your accounts and reports, it's important to use them thoughtfully. You'll typically use journal entries for adjustments such as depreciation or accruals, to correct errors you've discovered, to record payroll manually when you're not using payroll tools, to transfer balances from one account to another, and for year-end adjustments your accountant requests. If what you're doing is a typical sale or bill, use the usual forms instead. Keep journal entries for those special cases where the other forms don't apply. Let's walk through creating one. Start by going to the plus new button, sometimes labeled the Create menu, and choose Journal Entry. This opens a blank journal with fields you'll complete from top to bottom. First, set the date. Choose the date you want the entry to affect your books. This determines which period and reports it lands in. Next, the journal number field is optional. Use it if you want to track a custom sequence or reference number your accountant gave you. Now choose the first account you want to affect. This is where you decide which ledger account will be debited or credited. Enter the amount in either the debits or credits column. Don't put it in both on the same line. Use the description to clearly explain why this line exists, like accrue utility expense for month end or depreciation for office equipment. If the account is accounts receivable or accounts payable, QuickBooks may require a name. In that case, select the related customer or vendor so the transaction ties back properly. Add another line for the opposite side of the entry. Every journal entry must balance, so if your first line is a debit, your second line will usually be a credit for the same amount, and vice versa. You can use multiple lines if you're spreading an amount across several accounts, but the total debits and total credits at the bottom must match exactly. That's the core rule of a journal entry. Before saving, take a moment to review. Confirm the accounts are correct, the amounts are in the right debit or credit columns, the date is accurate, and the description tells the story. When everything looks right, click, save, and close. A few quick tips as you practice. Keep descriptions consistent so future you and your accountant can follow your logic. Pick the correct period date to avoid unintended changes to prior reports. And when in doubt about which side to use, check with your accountant.